Hello, welcome to Natural Music. We are going to start the song Why Should I Worry, or it's also called Till the Storm Passes By. I've heard it called both. This is a song I've heard in the last few years, and I really like the message of it. So we're going to start tackling this song today. And so we're going to start with the intro. And this is in the key of A in 4/4 time. And on the intro that you just heard, there's like a bass and guitar line that goes E, F sharp to A, goes, and then it kind of starts. You'll not actually, if you're wanting to play along with that, so your timing's good and get what that feels like, and I do recommend that. If you can play along with something that's been laid down to a metronome or with a metronome, it really helps out your timing. You would actually start on that A where it goes da da, and then it. Okay, so your left hand would actually, so da da da. So if you were just trying to start it right at the beginning, it wasn't making any sense. I just wanted to warn you about that. And if you're just playing the piano, it's perfectly fine not to have that and just go. You could go if you want to, but I recommend just starting it without that. It does sound good with the guitar and bass, though, with the track. Okay. So let's start going over the left hand, then we'll go over the right hand, then we'll put them together. So the left hand, we're going to play an A roll pattern. We're in the key of A, and we're going to go A, E, A, and then C sharp. So C sharp, and then our thumb and B, and then we're going to hit C sharp again, and keep it held down, and while holding it down, we're going to hit an E, if possible. Alright, so real slow. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing right after that. Besides, instead of an A on the first note, we're going to hit a G sharp. We're going to go, everything else is the same. E, A, C sharp, B, hold down C sharp, E. Alright, so both those together is... It may seem a little weird to do that, but I promise it'll work in the right context. And then after that, we're going to play a F sharp minor is the chord pattern. So in our left hand, we're going to do an F sharp, and I'm going to sustain these all the way through. F sharp, C sharp, and F sharp, because I kind of need that meat in there, and there's no third, so it doesn't like get muddy down there. I can just go and just sustain that, and then I'll end with an E octave. So the left hand by itself is... Okay, so now let's go over the right hand, and I'm going to keep the left hand into play because that way you kind of, it'll just make sense better. But in the right hand, by itself would be A and C sharp, and then B and D, and then a full A, which is A, C sharp, and E. So the melody line, kind of the intro, is C sharp, D, E, and we're just adding some harmony down there with her. Alright, see how we're doing that? You could actually just hit the C sharp and E at the end if you wanted to. You could go. But I'm going to do the full chord. So here's what we got. We're going to roll the A and the E in the left hand, and then on that A is where you'll start the right hand, the A and the C sharp. So, and then you're going to, while sustaining the right hand, you're going to hit that C sharp that we did in the roll, and then when you hit the B, you're going to hit the B and D in the right hand, and then you're going to hit that C sharp, sustain that, and then when you hit the E, while sustaining that C sharp in the left hand, you're going to hit that full A chord. So it's like this. Alright? Now, the right hand's going to stay the same on the one you start with the G sharp in the left hand. Hit on that A. Okay? Alright, so together. Alright? And then the left hand, when we play the, it's kind of, this is over the chord pattern of an F sharp minor. We're going to go F sharp, and then when we hit this high F sharp, C sharp, then when we hit this high F sharp is where we'll start this. All right? So we'll keep that sustained in the left hand the whole time, but we'll start it on that high F sharp, and we'll go A in the pinky, and then C sharp in the thumb. And then we'll go D and B, and then we'll go E and C sharp, and I'm actually going to add that A in there, make it a full A chord, and kind of roll it. You don't have to, you can just play the shell of it like that. You can go, but I'm going to go, kind of give it some more texture, so. All right, and then when we hit the E down there, we're going to hit like a D with a 9 in it, so it's a D with an E in there, or a 2. For you theory people that want to get that right, I'll let you argue over if that's a 9 or a 2. I think in this case it's actually a 2, but I'm sure somebody will correct me if that's not right. A, D, and E, and I'm going to kind of roll that. You can just hit it if you want to. And then I'm going to do a full D2 up here, A, D, E, and A, and I'm going to roll it down. You can roll it up, roll it down, or just hit it, okay? So that is the whole intro. I'm going to play it super slow to kind of bring everything into context. Out on the water. Then you're into the song. Okay, work on this. In the next lesson, we will start the rhythm and the chords and chord structure of the actual song, starting with the verse. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next lesson.